Hey there, Westmount Wildcats. Oh, I kind of sound like that lady. Hey, all you cool cats. Yeah, let's not say that again. Okay, so today we are doing grade 9, 3B theory, which today, I can't even talk. Today we'll be working on the piano keyboard, accidentals, and enharmonics. Very fancy words. So I know what you're thinking. I don't play the piano. Why do I have to learn how to label the piano? Well, it's very important. It's vital for all musicians to have a working knowledge of the piano keyboard. When we look at the keyboard, all the notes are easily seen. This important visual aid helps us understand musical patterns. So, these are the lovely black notes, and these are the white notes. So, the black notes are in groups of 2 and 3, and then it's always repeated. 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. So, if you have a group of 2 black notes, and you're here, the white note always to the left of that black note is going to be a C. And then you just use your musical alphabet to label the white notes. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. And then the musical alphabet just repeats for the whole entire piano, as you know from the last lesson, okay? The piano keyboard is constructed from white and black keys. I just said that. Oh my gosh. An interval is the musical distance between 2 pitches, or 2 notes. The smallest interval used in Western music is called a semitone, or it can also be called a halftone. I like to use the word semitone. The piano keyboard is constructed of semitones. This means that if you travel the distance of one key, white or black, to the next black or white key, the distance traveled is one semitone. So from this key to this key is a semitone. From this key to this key is a semitone. Okay, so if I asked you how many semitones it was from C to F, okay, how many semitones is it from C to F? Well, you'd count them. You'd go here to here is 1, here to here is 2, here to here is 3, here to here is 4, here to here is 5. So the answer is the distance between C and F on the piano is 5 semitones. When 2 semitones or halftones are combined, the resulting interval is called a whole tone. This means if you travel up 2 keys, white or black, on the piano, the distance traveled is 1 whole tone. So if you go from a C to a D, this equals 1 whole tone or 2 semitones. So if I asked you what the distance from C to E was in whole tones, you would tell me here to here is 1, D to E is 2. So it's 2 whole tones from the note C to E. Okay? So by using this knowledge of tones and semitones, it's now possible to count the number of tones and semitones between pitches, which is what we just did. Awesome. So now we're going to learn about accidentals. So these are some cool symbols that are going to tell you different note names on the piano, like the black notes. Okay? So we have a symbol that's called natural, and it looks like this. And its definition really is it's a note name with no changes. And I know that sounds confusing, but you'll find out later. A sharp looks like this, like a number sign or a hashtag, and it raises a pitch 1 semitone. This little funky letter B is called a flat, and it lowers a pitch a semitone, or lowers a note a semitone. This X raises a note 2 semitones. And this cool thing, almost like a double B, is called a double flat, and it lowers a note 2 semitones. So when you have a piano keyboard that is fully labeled, it looks like this. Whoa, that is overwhelming. But I'll show you a little trick. So we already know how to get C, right? Because we find 2 black notes, To the left of that bottom black note is C. Then we write our musical alphabet, because we know that. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, and then it just repeats. So we've got those main white notes there. Now we're going to take this C and we're going to go to the black note and we're going to write C sharp. We're going to go to the next black note. What's the white note before it? D. So we're going to write D sharp. This note is E. Doesn't have a black note in between it. We'll come back to that. So then we're on F, and when we go up here, we're going to label this black note F sharp. And then we go here G, then we're going to go G sharp. Do you see there's a pattern forming? Then we go here, this is A sharp. And then we go B, and this one is B sharp. And then we go here and repeats the whole pattern over and over again, okay? So now we're just going to go backwards and we're going to add some more. So this is C and we're going to go down a semitone. So now it's C flat. This is B and we're going to go down a note. So this must be B flat. If this is A and we go down a semitone, this is going to be A flat. If this is G and we go down a semitone, G flat. If this is F and we go down a semitone, it is F flat. E goes down to E flat, D goes down to D flat, C, and so on and so forth, okay? So we've got a lot of sharps on there, which is great, and a lot of flats on there. So now we need to put the double flats and the double sharps on there. So all you're doing is, let's start here on E. So this is E, right? So we know that it's E flat and D sharp, but if we went down even another semitone, this becomes E double flat. Okay, if we went reverse, so this is C and then this is C sharp, right? This up here, B double sharp, if the piano continued, this would be B over here. So this would go B, B sharp, B double sharp. See what's happening? C, C sharp, C double sharp. D, D sharp, D double sharp. E, E sharp, E double sharp. So it's like a pattern that is created. So I know this seems confusing, but if you just kind of go one row at a time, the pieces sort of fall into place. So you will see a question on the test that is a blank keyboard, and you will be asked to fill it in. So that's a little tidbit of information for you, okay? And the last thing you're going to learn is enharmonic pitches. This is a crazy word. All of the notes on the piano keyboard have 2 or 3 names, which we just talked about. When a single pitch has more than one name, the different pitch names are called enharmonic equivalents. In other words, the same pitch but a different name. The following are all enharmonic equivalents. So look, C can also be B sharp. But how does that make sense, Miss Grant? Well, let's go back to the piano. Look, there's C. Oh, look, it can also be called B sharp. It can also be called D double flat. So these notes are all enharmonics. Pretty cool. So I might give you a note name. I might say, give you this name and say, okay, please list all the enharmonics for C sharp. So it would be D flat and B double sharp. Okay, so that's how you'd answer that. Or I might draw the note C sharp and ask you to draw the enharmonic notes, okay? Very important when you write accidentals on a staff. Neatness and clarity are vital to writing music, which can be easily sight-read. Therefore, marks assigned for consistency and neatness. Because you know what? If I can't read it, I can't mark it. Okay, the following are some rules when writing by hand. Number 1, accidentals are 3 lines or spaces long. So here's a sharp there, and there's a flat. See how they're no bigger than 3 lines long. Accidentals precede the note on the staff. So accidentals come before the note. Now, I know we say A sharp, but you need to put it before. Accidentals last until the end of the bar unless they are changed. Okay, so let's say there's a C sharp at the start of the bar. If you have another C in the same bar, it's going to be sharp unless there's a natural on it. Accidentals center on the same line and space as the note. So do you see that? How the sharp is still in this space. The flat is on this line. You can't draw it way up here because I'll mark it wrong. Okay. Space the notes with room to write the accidentals. Please don't squish everything all up. It drives me crazy. And use a pencil. Unless you're using your iPad and using Notability, then you can't use a pencil. You're using a stylus or whatever that's called. See how nice and neat these are? Ooh, ah. If you turn the page, you have some practice sheets. So there's a nice big space for you to draw a piano keyboard and label it, okay? How many semitones are there between the following pitches? And you know what? If you've labeled that piano correctly, you can use it to answer this question by counting the semitones between the notes. So for this exercise, you need to make sure that you did Unit 3A, because when we did note names, right? If you don't know the note names of these notes, it's going to be really hard to figure out how many semitones are between them. So if you don't know your note names, go back to 3A and practice your note names, okay? Write the following pitches using eighth notes. So we have to make sure we put a clef in. So we could put our little treble clef. It says D flat, so I'm gonna put my little D here, and I'm gonna put a flat there. Okay, oh, but what did it say? Eighth notes, so I need a little flag there. Okay, does that make sense? Yeah, clear as mud? Okay, so there's lots of practice there. Looks like in your guide, I think I photocopied the same page twice, but everything's digital, so I might have scanned it twice. Sorry about that. And then here it says write and harmonic equivalents for the following pitches, just like we talked about before. So this note is B. What are some harmonic equivalents to B? C flat would be one, correct, right? And A double sharp. So that's how you would do that question. Okay, so that concludes 3B. If you have any questions, you can email me at jmgrant. Don't forget the M, because then a teacher at Westdale will get it and she gets really mad at me, and it's just a whole thing, so let's avoid that. So jmgrant at hwdsb.on.ca. And I'll hopefully get back to you soon. No, I'll get back to you soon. Okay, bye. Have a good day.